His first argument here is that there's such virtue in the blood of Christ because Jesus did actually suffer the legal and full curse of the offended and the broken law. And he does this in his body, in a real physical death where he actually suffers. And he gives a quote where he says, God was not angry with Christ for taking his office upon him, but for our sins. His anger was directed toward our sin, not because he took the office. God's wrath burned against him. God looked on him as if he were the guilty person. God looked upon him as the object of his vindictive justice. And Jesus was pursued by divine vengeance for our sins.
The second argument he gives for why there is such a virtue to cleanse our sins in the death of Christ is that Jesus suffered as the eternal Son of God and not just as the sinless man. And he gives a couple of verses here. 1 Corinthians 2:8, they crucified the Lord of glory. Acts 3:15, they killed the Prince of Life. This one really answers the objection that comes to our minds when we look at the magnitude of our sins. So we look at the frequency, perhaps, of a heinous sin. The repetitive nature in our life, and we wonder, have I sinned against God one too many times? Has the pile grown so high? And so it's good to contrast the size of our sin, which is terrible, with the infinite dignity and magnitude of the sin bearer. He is the Prince of Life. He is the Lord of glory. And there is no reason to fear that our sin is too great for that cross.